This program is going to do two things. First, it'll keep the sprite on the page when it's moving around. And the second thing it'll do is allow two sprites to interact with each other. Let's go ahead and get rid of the cat. And we're going to put in here, again, something that's easy to follow. So let's find a ball. And who doesn't love the beach, so we'll throw in a beach ball. As we start to build our program, one of the things we want the ball to do is randomly move around the screen. So we'll go ahead and put in a forever loop. And by this time you should know what a forever loop does. And we're going to keep the object moving over time. And we're going to use an operator. We haven't used operators before. So we're going to tell it to pick numbers that allow it to move all around the screen. And the X direction goes from -240 to 240. And the Y direction goes from -180 to 180. Now, this much code should allow our ball to just move around the screen at various speeds from point to point. And the random numbers are simply that. Sometimes it'll pick -200, sometimes it'll pick 200, and it just keeps the ball moving around the screen. There's another function here too, a sensing function. And it causes the object to bounce there it is. If on edge bounce, it just keeps the ball from going off the screen. Later we'll look at a program that uses color to keep the object on the screen. Okay, so we've done the first thing. We are keeping that object on the screen. Let's throw a second object in. So we'll choose another object, and again we'll let's see if we can have a soccer player in here. There we go. There's our soccer. Oh, yeah, let's use a soccer player. There we go. We have a second sprite, and she's going to chase the ball around the screen. And if she touches it, she's going to say, "Goal!" So let's go ahead and look and see how that would work. So when the green flag is clicked, again, she's going to constantly move around the screen. And we're going to use the same type of command that we used for the other object. And to be more efficient, I should have just copied this. I should have just slid this code over to the other sprite. And you'll notice now when I click on that, the code came right in. Okay, so at this point they should both be running around the screen. Notice they are sometimes touching, sometimes not. Right now they don't have any way to sense if they're touching each other. So let's go ahead and throw another instance in here. Another control. We'll say if, and then we'll throw in the sensing if she is touching the beach ball. Then we'll get her to say something. She'll say goal. I know it's not really a goal, but that's what she's going to do. So let's go ahead and start. Here she touched the ball. Looks like she's always saying goal. Perhaps we should limit the time she says goal. She'll say goal, and let's limit that to 1 second. So now she starts moving around. And there she touched it. And one of the things about sprites is the centers have to touch. Just not the outsides, but the actual centers. So sometimes it looks like they're touching, but they're really not. And there we go. So now we've written successfully a program that does two things. It keeps both objects on the screen at all times so they don't slide off. And it allows them to interact. If one touches the other, you get some sort of response.